Hello and welcome to the very first morning show where I bring you all the latest Manchester United news. We've got lots to talk about today. Paul Pogba's silence. We've got a new assistant manager that is all but confirmed to work alongside Ten Hag. We've got Manchester United's first signing. It's not even the end of the season yet, and we've signed somebody. More on that. We've got a right back potential signing. We've got Ten Hag already putting his foot down and ordering the players to come back for pre-season early. We've got a big day for United. It is the Youth Cup final. Talk about that briefly. And an update on Darwin Núñez and a potential move away for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So lots to get through. Let's fly through it right now. So first up, Paul Pogba. Apparently, the club he hasn't been in contact with the club on. There's been an offer on the table since July 2021 if he wants to accept it. He hasn't come back to them with an answer, and the club are understanding that he means he wants to move away. I mean, well done. It doesn't take a rocket scientist, does it? I mean, imagine you go on a date with a girl. You you think it's a success. That's the same as Paul Pogba's contract situation. You think it's a success. You text her back. You ask for a second date. She ignores you since July 2021. She ignores you for 10 months. I think it's not working out. I don't think she's going to ask you for that second date. That's the same with Paul Pogba's contract situation. He's been on the table since July 2021. He doesn't want it. He's been touted himself around all other clubs in Europe. PSG, Juve are strongly linked. Real Madrid as well is, that's where he wants to go. But yeah. And I guess he hasn't out and out rejected it, because if he can't get the wages that he can get with Manchester United's offer, I imagine that's upwards of 350, maybe 400, maybe 450 £1,000 a week. Then he can always come back to United and be like, yeah, I never said no. But I will take your offer now. So yeah, that's it, Paul Pogba. I do not want to see him stay at the club. I can't believe that we've offered him a new contract, extortion amount of wages, because it is not deserved. Let's be honest. But yeah, Paul Pogba. The quicker he's gone from the club, the better for me. I'm not saying that he's massively toxic in the dressing room, but my guys left the WhatsApp group, the first team WhatsApp group. It's worse than somebody just ghosting since July 2022. It's worse than your bloody ghosting you about a second date. My guy's blocked. It's the equivalent of the date to have literally blocked your number so you can't even text them. He's left the WhatsApp group for the first team players, so obviously he's gone. So next up, Mitchell van der Garg, sorry. He is the current assistant manager of Ajax, and it's all but confirmed that he will join Manchester United. They're in advanced stages to get him, to sign him as the assistant. He's actually an ex Motherwell centre back. He actually spent 2 years at Ajax managing the reserve team before being promoted to work under Ten Hag as his number 2. And actually, this is Ten Hag's second choice, because his first choice in Fred Rutten, he actually rejected to work with Ten Hag and opted to work at PSV under Ruud van Nistelrooy, which he's going to be the manager of next season. Which I didn't realise this until I saw the news story that Van Nistelrooy is going into management, and Fred Rutten, who formerly worked with Ten Hag at PSV between 2009 and 2012. That was it. That was Manchester United and Ten Hag's first choice to be assistant, and he's rejected and opted to work with Ruud van Nistelrooy at PSV. So the thumbnail, Manchester United's first signing. Let me set the scene. You've got Erling Haaland that has moved to Manchester City. for a very good fee, I think, for City for about 51 million, is it? What is United's response? We've signed. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking this best be a 16-year-old Stevenage keeper. League Two side. Yes, that is exactly. We've done the business. We've got Elia Harrison. Elia Harrison. Don't know how to pronounce his name. It's Elyh. L Harrison. Don't know anything about him. Can't see any footage. All the news article I read didn't even mention his nationality, so I can't tell you what that is either. So I will be honest. He currently plays with Stevenage's under 18s. I will be honest. I don't know anything about him. Apparently, he's an up and coming goalkeeper. Looked really good in like youth academies. But yeah, can't tell you anything about him. So a little bit clickbaity, the thumbnail. And by the way, people are saying this is Erik Ten Hag's first signing. You really think Ten Hag knows anything about a keeper that plays for Stevenage under 18s? This ain't a Ten Hag signing. So yeah. Moving on, we've got Nord Mukiele. So Mukiele currently plays for RB Leipzig, and apparently we're going head to head with PSG to sign him. He's only 24 years old. We need a right back. I think Wan-Bissaka, who I'm going to talk about a bit later, has been rumoured to be unfavoured for United, and possibly Ten Hag would want a move away as well. Possible links to going back to Crystal Palace we've seen, and also Atletico Madrid. Okay, I'll just say it now because it ties in well with this story. So he's been Wan-Bissaka has been rumoured to Atletico Madrid want to get him on a year's loan with an option to buy. Now, any team with aspirations to play attacking football would not want Wan-Bissaka. So maybe Atletico Madrid is the perfect signing, because they've already had an English fullback in Trippier that worked out very well for them. So maybe Wan-Bissaka, but I mean Trippier is so much better going forward than what Wan-Bissaka is. Like I said, anyone with any aspirations to attack would not sign Wan-Bissaka. 50 million. He doesn't resemble a footballer in the slightest. So I'll be very surprised if this is true, to be honest. But yes, going back to Nord Mukiele, 24 years old. This is coming from a German outlet, Fussball, and I think a French outlet called Foot Mercato. And apparently we're putting the feelers out there for interest. He has a deal that is set to expire in 2023, so that would discount his price quite heavily. But realistically, I only want to sign players this summer. We need a massive overhaul in the squad, so I don't want to sign anyone really over 50 million. I want a massive rebuild. I want to sign, 5 or 6 players if possible, all for that 20, 30, 40, 50 million pound price tag. So moving on, Ten Hag has put his foot down, apparently, according to the Daily Mail, and he's ordered Manchester United squad to come back early to their pre-season training to focus on their fitness. And we've seen that Ralf Rangnick has said that in a press conference that any team that is able to outrun us, so any team that is physical, has the physicality, has the fitness, that's able to outrun us, we get dominated. And that is due to our poor fitness levels that dates back to our last pre-season, really. And Ollie, because Ralf Rangnick coming in, he can't do anything mid-season about the players' fitness. It's impossible to do. So Ten Hag obviously wanting to change that, and rightly so. So he's ordering them back, apparently, if you believe this, on June 20th instead of July 4th. Now, do I believe this? I don't think so, because if you believe Ralf Rangnick, he hasn't had a conversation with with Ten Hag yet, and they've kind of scheduled a phone call after the season. So if he hasn't even had a phone call yet with Ralf Rangnick, how would he be ordering the players to return early for pre-season? I'm a little bit skeptical on it, but that's what's been reported by the Daily Mail. So I'm not sure. It is a big day for Manchester United on the pitch. You know, all the woes that have come with this season on the pitch, in the first team, have not been the same for the under-18s who have made it to the Youth Cup final, and players such as Charlie McNeil and Garnacho, who have on the verge of first team. Garnacho's actually made got a couple of minutes, didn't he, against Brighton? No, not against Brighton. I think it was the game before that, didn't he? He didn't touch the ball, mind. I think it was in the 90th minute he got subbed on. Or was it against Brentford? But yeah, Garnacho is going to be starting, as well as McNeil, and this is an amazing thing that 63,000 tickets have been purchased for the Youth Cup final, and that is smashing a previous record of 25,000 for a Youth Cup attendance. So I mean, it's almost threefold bigger. You can actually watch this match. I think it's 8 o'clock kickoff. There are obviously Premier League matches as well. It's not televised. I don't even think it's on MUTV. But where it is on is FA Player, and I'm going to put the link down for which in the description if you want to watch that. So yeah, huge day for those involved in the Youth Cup. We've seen players like Lingard and Pogba, and I think James Wilson was in that as well, that have all won the Youth Cup, and obviously the class of '92 as well. And then that's kind of propelled them, and they've ended up getting first team appearances and had decent careers. Next up, Darwin Núñez. An update on him. The Mirror claim that Núñez's advisors believe that his style of play fits the Premier League. I think this is pretty obvious, to be honest. I don't think Darwin Núñez needs advisors to tell him that he fits the Premier League, because he's he's strong, and he scored 6 Champions League goals, and for that reason, it's understood that he also wants to go to a Champions League club. So, you know, United, not going to happen. You sure you don't want the Conference League, lad? You sure? I mean, but you can understand it, really. Scoring 6 goals in this season's Champions League, you're going to want to stay in it, don't you? The deal for whoever it will probably be around £70 million. So question marks over whether United would want him with that kind of fee. I wouldn't want him with that kind of fee. Again, like I've previously said, I want a rebuild, and that is a lot of players that are well below that price tag. The amount of players that are leaving, we've got like about 7 or 6 players leaving, confirmed already, just with contracts expiring. Never mind the players that we're looking to offload or sell that we don't think are going to have a part of the future of the club. So yeah, 70 million for Darwin Núñez. I wouldn't go there. He could be going to maybe Bayern Munich if they lose Lewandowski, possibly. That could be an option. Obviously, Champions League club, not in the Premier League, which is suited to. But I'm trying to think of any Premier League clubs. I mean, there's Chelsea that could be in for a striker. I mean, they've just signed Werner and Lukaku, and with their new owners, maybe the new owner coming in will try and make a statement, sign Darwin Núñez. Arsenal, if they make it to the Champions League, could be in for a striker. Aubameyang and Lacazette. I think is his contract up at the end of the season? He's certainly just not performing, so I think they'll be in for a striker. So I think Arsenal probably, if they make Champions League football, I think they'll be the favourites if he is looking for a Champions League club. And finally, to end on, Wan-Bissaka. Oh, we've already spoken about Wan-Bissaka, so that is it for the morning's transfer news. I'm going to try and do this daily at around 6:30, 7 p.m. Quick update, whizzing through all the stories of the previous day. It is the Youth Cup final, a big day for the youngsters in Manchester United. So hopefully I'll be speaking to you tomorrow with the boys bringing it home. In fact, it's already going to be at home. It's going to stay at home because it's the match. It takes place at Old Trafford. Again, the link for that is in the description down below for you to cheer on the boys. I do live watch-alongs on Twitch, so if you want, the link for that is down below as well. I won't be doing a live watch-along for the Youth Cup final, but I will be watching it. But I will be tomorrow for Arsenal versus Spurs. And yeah, if this is the first time you listening to this, please do like and subscribe. It obviously helps a massive amount. Still a small channel on YouTube, and this is the first show, so first of many hopefully. And yeah, I appreciate you watching.